NBC6 News Today at 6:30 starts with breaking news.
And the law enforcement community stands with Director Ramirez and his family during this difficult time as we pray for his full recovery.
This morning, our community is still in shock after learning that Miami-Dade Police Director Freddie Ramirez shot himself in an attempted suicide. It's 6:30 here on your Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for joining us, South Florida. I'm Chris Anderson.
And I'm Constance Jones. The top cop out of surgery this morning and said to be in stable condition, but still facing a very long road to recovery. We have team coverage for you from right here in South Florida and in Tampa. NBC6's Julia Bagg is live outside of Miami-Dade Police Headquarters with how his colleagues are coming together to provide their support. That's right. But this morning, we want to start with NBC6's Steve Litz. He is live from Tampa this morning with the latest on this incident. Steve.
Yeah, and hi, Constance. The director, he has survived a very, very critical period here, the 24 to 36 hours after the shooting, with everybody hoping that he continues to move forward and make improvements. The Miami-Dade Police Department notified us that Freddie Ramirez, the director of the Miami-Dade PD, went through at least 2 surgeries yesterday. The sheriff here says the director shot himself in the head, then survived. The leader of the Miami-Dade Police Department, Director Freddie Ramirez, in a Tampa hospital. FDLE says he shot himself in the head.
Today is a tragic day in Florida, and the law enforcement community stands with Director Ramirez and his family.
Authorities say Tampa police got a call Sunday night about a possible domestic dispute between Ramirez and a woman at the Marriott Hotel in downtown Tampa. Tampa police say they responded to a report that a man, Ramirez, pointed a gun at himself outside of the hotel. When an officer arrived to the room, they found him and the woman coming out of that hotel room. They both told officers, yes, they were arguing. Ramirez told police he did not pull out his gun. He had no intention to harm himself or others. The woman told police she didn't have any safety concerns. FDLE says Ramirez left the hotel, drove south on I-75, pulled over, and shot himself in the head.
Running to serve as your next sheriff.
Ramirez was in Tampa for a sheriff's conference, and he is running to be the Miami-Dade County Sheriff. Sources tell NBC6 News his wife was in the car with him when he pulled the trigger, and she called 911.
We're in this investigation no less than 24 hours. We have a lot of work ahead of us.
The deputy director of the department, her name is Stephanie Daniels, and just yesterday the Miami-Dade County mayor announced that Ms. Daniels will be elevated to that title of interim director, and like Ramirez, Ms. Daniels has been with the department a long time, since 1992. Miami-Dade Mayor Levine Cava is here in Tampa by Freddie's side in support, of course, praying that he gets better in the coming days. Live in Tampa, I'm Steve Litz, NBC6 News.
All right, Steve, thanks for the update live in Tampa this morning. Obviously, it's going to be a long road to recovery for Director Ramirez.
And from South Florida and beyond, support is pouring in for the Miami-Dade Police Director, Freddie Ramirez. NBC6's Julia Bagg joins us now live with how people are coming together to pray for the director's recovery.
Yeah, and Constance, they chose a spot right here in front of Miami-Dade Police Headquarters to come together and lift the director in prayer.
We look for miracles going forward.
An appeal to heaven for Police Director Freddie Ramirez.
We're here today because God who is love, just drew our hearts just to come and to pray here at the headquarters. We believe that love is the most powerful thing.
Others expressing their support.
He's a good man, he's a good father, a great personal friend of mine. Like I said, it's devastating to have to be standing here even talking about this kind of stuff.
It's a difficult profession, and I've always said that mental awareness and support is required for all. And officers on a daily basis deal with situations, circumstances that not the normal individual has to deal with.
Please, please, please keep this family in your prayers. This is a man with a stellar career in law enforcement, and we want to make sure that we are trying to do everything we possibly can to get him back to full recovery.
Running to serve.
In May, Ramirez announced he would run for the newly re-established position of sheriff, a bid to keep his current role as top cop of Miami-Dade County. He recently sat down with NBC6 anchor Jackie Nesbrawl to talk about it.
I'm a dad, I'm a grandfather. I'm ready.
I sacrifice myself each and every day for my family and for my community, and especially for my officers.
Ramirez is 52 years old. He spent nearly 3 decades serving the Miami-Dade Police Department. Live in Doral, Julia Bagg, NBC 6 News.
Police agencies all across South Florida continue reacting after they learned about what happened with Director Ramirez shooting himself in this attempted suicide. These are some of the agencies, including Miami Beach, Miramar, Miami Springs, all sending their thoughts and their healing prayers to Director Ramirez and asking for the community to unite and pray for his healing. Florida lawmakers also reacting to the news. Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava thanking the community for their support for Director Ramirez and to his family during this difficult moment. And others like Senator Rick Scott, Lieutenant Governor Jeanette Nunez, saying that they are keeping him in their prayers.
All right. Well, according to research from Boston University, police officers are more likely to die from suicide than even in the line of duty. In the year 2020, 116 police officers died by suicide, 113 in the line of duty. In 2021, those numbers rose, 150 police officers dying by suicide. Dr. Buxana, a mental health expert out of Pinecrest, says the focus for Director Ramirez after his recovery will be on his mental health.
A lot of help, a lot of support is needed for the person, because again, like I told you, Jamie, to get to that point, there's obviously a lot going on, a lot of underlying issues that have not been dealt with, again, because of the stigma with mental health.
Yeah, if you or someone you know is experiencing suicidal thoughts, there's help out there. You can always call the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline anytime by calling them or texting them. That number, remember it, it's 988. And of course, NBC6 has continuing coverage of Miami-Dade Police Director Ramirez's shooting there. We're going to bring you the latest information on his condition on air and also the NBC6 app.
6:36 your time, and we do have a breaking news involving traffic here this morning that you need to be aware of before you head out the door.
Yeah, there is a major accident involving a semi-truck on I-95 this morning. NBC6 traffic anchor Joanna Torres is here with the latest. Joanna.
Yes, Chris and Cousins, things are not looking too pretty right now on your roadways. Right now, you're looking at live video from Chopper 6, where they just finished, emergency crews just finished flipping over the semi-truck that did flip over on I-95 northbound. You can see a bunch of debris was spilled all over the road there as well. Emergency crews are still on site trying to clear things up, which is causing major delays. As you can imagine, traffic is right now being diverted to go onto the Palmetto westbound. Let's look at the map so you know exactly where this is at, just in case you're about to head out on the road. You're going to want to avoid the I-95 northbound. Golden Glades ramp to the turnpike completely shut down again, so your best bet is to stay on I-95 or the 441 to avoid that rollover crash. Is completely blocking off traffic there. Chris and Constance.
Oof. As if you needed anything in addition.
I know. It's going to be such a delay on I-95 today.
Normal traffic flow.
Boo.
Anyway, traffic boo, weather boo, live look, South Beach, where we're not getting a break from the heat. The heat advisories, the excessive heat warnings, they continue all across South Florida. We have team coverage on the extreme heat. NBC6's Lorena Inclán is actually over at a senior residential building in Miami Beach, where the residents, get this, have been without air conditioning in that building for a month.
Yeah, you feel so bad for those folks out there. But let's check in with meteorologist Adam Berg, and fingers crossed, hopefully we'll get some relief, a break sometime soon.
Yeah. A mini break, and the AC loves to go out when you need it most, right? Just to those machines love to kick you while you're down sometimes, right? And we'll have more on that story coming up in a few moments. Let's talk about Marathon. I mean, that's definitely the big news, tying the all-time warmest temperature we've ever recorded there, regardless of day. We've never been hotter than 99. We hit 99 for the second time this month here. The current record for this date, for that date yesterday, was 96. So we smashed the record for the day and tied the all-time. And look at the low. The morning temperature was 86, only 1 degree shy of the all-time warm morning temperature. Yeah, the beach looks good right now, doesn't it? 85 in Miami, feels like 95, feels like 99 in Key West with a temperature of 88 degrees. Heat advisory continues. At least that excessive heat warning has been dropped, feeling like 108 to 112 or so. Here's the forecast for today. We're going to go about 94, 95 in Miami, which is a couple degrees of improvement. Current record stands at 96. Again, those feels like will be right around 110 or so, but I'm promising some slight improvement in the 7-day forecast. Our team coverage continues with NBC6, Lorena Inclán. Lorena, We're basically talking about this group of seniors in that building behind you. How are they, dealing with these crazy temperatures? Because, when you have feels like temps 110 plus, it's got to be even hotter inside.
Absolutely, Adam, and they're trying to stay as cool as possible, and they've been without AC now for a month here off of Collins Avenue. This is the building behind me. You can see multiple floors, several units here, a lot of people who live here. And just yesterday, we heard from the city that the residents will have to wait a week more for the issue to be fixed.
So some of the hottest days in recorded history, so yeah.
A senior residential building left with no AC in South Florida's excruciating heat.
It's not too bad, but yeah, definitely a little hot.
And the city tells us it won't be fixed until next week. Residents say for the past month, the council towers south located on Collins between 5th and 6th Street has had no air conditioning. Inside the building, there are fans and portable ACs running, but it's still hot, says Dario Aguilar.
My girlfriend's grandma lives inside. She's lived here for quite a while. I can imagine it's probably pretty bad, trying to go day by day with just without any AC. Obviously in Miami, one of the hottest places down here in Florida.
The city of Miami Beach tells us the building is operated by the Elderly Housing Development and Operations Corporation, and they are fully aware of the issue. The EHDOC says the central AC system is partially operating for the inside units, but they are still repairing the system in the common areas and have installed 2 portable AC units. Maria Fernandez says she wishes it could be fixed sooner, but that management has been helpful.
The AC just stopped working, and management went door to door offering to take residents to a hotel or provide fans or give them transportation to a relative's home.
Now, the operator here at this building tells us that they're working with the contractor and FPL to hopefully have this fixed by next week. We'll keep you posted on the situation here. Reporting live in Miami Beach, Lorena Inclán, NBC6 News.
In a matter of minutes, the house was just completely black.
Well, you hear her reaction there. And a fire broke out in her Lauderhill home on Monday night. Genevieve Sawyer says she is just grateful she and her family members are okay after escaping with their lives. The house is over on Northwest 8th, where Sawyer cares for her 2 parents. She says she was cleaning out a room in the back of the house when she saw the fire on a bed nearby.
And my niece said, oh, there's a fire on the bed. And it was like, fire on the bed, I'm kind of shocked. So got up to get water, but it just went up.
It can spread quickly. 8 people inside of the home. Everyone was able to get out on their own except for Sawyer's 76-year-old mother. She's living with dementia. Firefighters, they got there quickly and had to break through the window and lift her out. Sawyer says although she lost her home, she is thankful that everyone is okay and says her mom and dad are being treated for smoke inhalation. Red Cross is helping this family find a place to stay.
A Rider Time coming up on 6:43, a possible solution for the thousands of residents using transit in South Florida. The new initiative being rolled out to cut down on those wait times.